I want to welcome everybody to what is probably going to be our second, well, probably it's our last press conference in terms of hiring coaches, and we've done it this way, and it's been a very successful process for us. That way the media can all have an opportunity to meet our new coach, talk with the outgoing coach, talk to some of the players as well. I want to recognize some folks that are with us here today. Ken Struby, our retiring basketball coach, is with us here today. Brian Clausen is over in the back. Brian is our new football coach. With Joe will be one of our new coaches with us here today. And Brian's been through this. We have members of the girls basketball team who's here right up there. So girls, we have members of our business department. Joe Murphy is a member of the business department here at Shenendehowa High School East, and here's some of the members of our business department out here supporting today. So, and obviously, as always, part of these with us is Dr. Robinson, who will offer some comments in a few moments. 9 months ago, we sat here as Brent Stewart announced that the fall 2011 football season would be his last. Then in the fall, Ken Struby announced that the winter 2011-2012 season would be his last. Mike Campese followed and announced that his fall soccer season would be his last. After that took place and we had the press conferences for those individuals, we began the process of going out and hiring candidates to fill very big shoes for all those positions. I'm proud to say today that many of you know we've already filled the position of football with Brian and soccer with John Bain. And today we're very pleased to announce that last night at our Board of Education meeting, I made a recommendation to the superintendent and the Board of Education, and that recommendation was unanimously accepted. And we now are in the process of introducing our new girls basketball coach who will lead us for the next few years, hopefully a lot of years, Coach Joe Murphy. Joe told me that he would rather go through the interview process again than come out here and sit in front of seeing everybody here today. So go easy on him, okay? Joe has been with the program since 2004. He worked as Ken Struby's assistant coach, and it's in the press release. He's done a great job for us. Joe's strengths lie in his ability to relate to the girls with his coaching. He has been Ken Struby's top scout for the last 8 years. Nobody knows the Suburban Council girls basketball like Joe Murphy does. He can sit there and he can tell you every player, every team, every school, strengths and weaknesses.
Tim Eusitis, if you're in the building, could you please come to the front lobby? Tim Eusitis, please come to the front lobby.
He has been he's been a coach at the AAU level, taken teams to national state tournaments, competed at a very high level. 3 years in a row, he was an assistant with the Empire State Open Women's Division Open team, in which they won the bronze, silver, and gold 3 consecutive years. So Joe has a resume that certainly speaks volumes that he's going to be able to fill Ken's shoes, and he knows they're big shoes to fill. But we really feel at this time we found a great candidate. I know Dr. Robinson wants to offer some comments as well, too.
Absolutely. First of all, I want to say, Coach, congratulations. This is a new chapter in the sports history, the basketball history of Shen sports. And Coach Struby brought us a mighty long way, and we're looking forward to the next chapter. And it's ironic that people often say you fill in the shoes of the person with whose position you're taking over. But in many ways, you bring your own shoes to the table. And I think certainly Coach Struby will profess that over the past several years, your involvement in the program has in fact made the program better. And it's because of that involvement in the program why you're sitting here now. We certainly value the benefit that sports provide to our young people, and we see it truly as an extension of the classroom. And you being someone coming from the classroom here at Shen, and coming from the non-traditional, as people typically, most people think coaches are also physical education teachers. You are someone come from the business department, so I think you do also bring a different perspective, probably more the same X and O's that Coach Struby brought as a math teacher. So I think that's something that we would like to watch. But more importantly, I've seen your relationship not only with our high school players, but what you have done with our youth programs over the years. And I think that when you build a strong program, that's where it starts. The relationship that a head coach can have with a 9-year-old potential athlete, I think it's the type of relationship that is sure over the years we have great programs. So I say congratulations and welcome aboard. Thank you.
What we're going to do is, Joe's got a brief statement he's going to make. We'll take some questions if they're out there, and then you've got Strube, you've got the girls, you've got Coach Clausen, some of the other people that are around here today. Dr. Robinson will be around for a few minutes if anybody wants any individual things. So, Joe, the floor is yours.
I'd like to take the opportunity to thank a couple of people, Dr. Robinson, Mr. Coleman, the Board of Education, members of the selection committee, giving this opportunity to lead this program. I'd also like to thank all our current players and former players that gave me the support for the past few years, and especially during this process. All the coaches I've worked with in the past, especially here at Shenendehowa, Audrey Kuhn, Sarah Hinman, Tony Mangione as assistants, Tim Miner, who just retired, and obviously Ken Strube. Without them, I would not be the coach I am today. I have to thank them every single day for giving me the opportunity to come here and coach with them. Lastly, I'd like to thank my family, my wife Daniela and son Vincent. Without them, they give me the support on and off the court, and I really appreciate it. I look forward to coaching these guys next year, get on the court as soon as we can. We have a lot of work ahead of us, but it's something I'm looking forward to doing, and it's an honor to coach our student athletes here at Shen. So thank you again.
First off, congratulations, Joe. This was a position that 2 positions opened. We can announce his retirement. That was made public, and then quietly Tim Miner announced that he'd also be retiring. So you had that varsity JV position open. Was your process that you wanted to apply for and hopefully obtain the varsity position, and was there a plan B, as a lot of these girls may have when they're looking at colleges?
Absolutely. I think it was a great opportunity. It was posted first, the varsity job, so obviously that was first. But that was my goal, obviously. At the same time, I knew no matter what happened, I wanted to coach in the program. I enjoy working with our student athletes. It's been nothing but a privilege to coach them each and every year. So even if it didn't work out the way it did, there's no question I was still going to coach in the program.
You've seen this process twice before where 2 legends retired. You obviously here when our 3rd legend announced their retirement. How daunting is it? How much will it keep you awake that you're going to step on the floor next year 0-0 and you're only a couple hundred wins behind the guy in front of you?
No pressure. No pressure. No pressure.
It's truly an honor to just be able to fill in after Ken and what he's done for the program. Obviously, you can't replace what Ken did for the program, not only at Shen, but in the Capital District to bring girls basketball to the forefront, and even in the state. He's been nothing but a great mentor to me. I'm sure I'm going to still give him a call for advice here and there, but I'm not looking to fill his shoes per se, but kind of just take what he's offered me in the past and use it, obviously, from other coaches I've worked with as well, but it just, use him as a reference point. But again, I'm just going to try to be myself and put my own stamp on the program.
Joe, Ken obviously gave his blessing. What are some of the advice, or what are some advice that he gave you on being the head coach of this program?
He said, take it day by day. Don't take things too hard, and just do what I do normally. He knows what I put into the program, and he says just enjoy every minute of it. You never know, how long you're going to be here, but really just cherish every moment with the kids. Be honest with everything up front. Some other stuff that we won't get into, but he's just like I say, a lot of words of wisdom. And trust me, I definitely pick his brain a lot. 33 years of coaching, there's a lot to ask him. I'm sure he's probably tired of me asking all the questions, but he's been nothing but a great mentor to me.
Joe, I'll say a leg up might not be the right term, but from working with these guys and knowing the league, that's got to be a big help stepping into it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that working here and doing my youth programs that I do, the camps, I know pretty much every kid in our program from the 6th grade all the way up to, obviously next year's class. That same can be said about almost every team in the area. I coach AAU, coaching the freshmen the past 4 years. I know what players are coming through. So I think it's going to be helpful to know the program, but especially I think to know the strengths and weaknesses of our own players and how to make them the most successful team they can be.
Do you have a style of coaching, or is it too early, or do you kind of adapt to what's...
I'm very flexible as a coach. I really try to find what my strengths are in my players and try to adapt my system to fit their strengths. Again, I'm trying to put them in a spot where they can be most successful. I did take a couple things from Ken as well. We'll use. Some things have been successful, so I don't want to change too much.
That's good resource. Yeah.
I'm good.
Just a real quick couple of nuts and bolts things with regards to the interview process. We did interview internal candidates only on this. We felt we had a strong pool of internal candidates. We were contacted by people outside the community, the Shen community, but as we've talked about, Dr. Robinson and I have spoke about on several occasions, our ability to hire people from within the system is a priority, and when we have people as talented as somebody like Joe and Brian and John, who we've hired for the football and soccer positions, we feel that they're the right fit for us, and we feel very confident in offering our internal candidates the opportunity to be successful, and that's just, I know people are always asking about that. So.
And then also, the next step now that, Joe's in that varsity position, do you have a timetable and thoughts on, again, now replacing placing two more coaches?
Joe has learned very quickly what it's like to be a head coach in this department, and I think Brian's learned too that your phone probably never stops ringing, when you get to be a varsity coach in this program. And I think Joe and I probably already talked about 5 times over the course of the last 3 days, and one of those conversations was what we want to do in terms of we have to fill we're going to have a whole new staff of basketball coaches, and I think we're looking at probably posting somewhere around early next week the freshman and JV positions. I would say by the end of the school year, and I think we were talking end of the school year, we'll have a full staff in place.
With that in mind, Joe, do you have any thoughts about what is key to those 2 positions? You filled one as a freshman coach underneath Ken at the varsity level. What's made the program? What are some of those keys to keep this program strong? The way it's worked together, and do you look to carry that on? And what are you looking for from those next 2 coaches?
For coaching staff, I was looking for someone who's loyal to the program, and obviously someone who can relate to the kids. Obviously, basketball, X's and O's are important as well, but I think they have to really be able to work with our student athletes, be positive role models, and be involved in the program, not just from the beginning of the season to the end, but be involved in the whole entire school year.
You good? Okay, Joe's going to be up here. You got Dr. Robinson. You got people from the business department, players, Strube, Brian Clausen over there if anybody's looking for anybody, and I'll be around as well too. So, Joe, congratulations. You, Brian. Yeah, I want to hand Brian.